It's the leader. He's the wizard. He's forcing the mouth open.
Well, stop him. Kill him or something.
My dagger is gone. You kill him.
Not me. It's bad luck to kill a wizard.
Wait. There's a better way to take care of a wizard.
So we got a new guest on, but one of the original Evan Handers, man. Got Patrick Quinn with us. So you were there the first couple times we ever got together, I think, right? I mean,
yeah, that's right. But we met over Reddit or Discord
yeah.
Somehow. It's like, wait, you're in Cincinnati? You're in Cincinnati? You're in Cincinnati? Yeah.
By the way, there is a guy. We got a Sigmund. And I can't pronounce his last name. He lives in Mason. I keep buying alpha cards off of him on Discord.
Oh, I've seen some of his stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you're in Mason? Like, come to Cincinnati, man.
Yeah, you see like some good stuff pop up.
Yeah, I'm like,
dude, no one around here has that stuff that I don't already know. And
yeah, I'm like, dude,
clearly there is.
How are we not best friends? Like, you need to get down here. So anyhow, but yeah, so all right, welcome to the podcast. One of the originators. There's a bunch of the originators, but all the guys want to get on. Everyone's like, "Yeah, I need to get on," and then they're all busy. But
Not me,
and we got Eric here as well.
Just me, chilling.
Just chilling, brewing a deck, huh?
I don't play blue cards.
I have to confess, I am the Patrick that you guys were talking about in your last podcast, throwing out the unlimited Black Lotus.
Yeah. So clear that story for us.
That was me.
Give us the real story. I mean, was the trash man coming down the street? Do I remember that right? Or
yeah, no, it was like, and I honestly, when I heard you guys talk about it, I had like the panic attack just from that. That's how like real it still feels. I got it I got a FedEx package on a Monday afternoon, and I work at home, so I was probably like on a call or like half paying attention, and I opened it up. I'm like, oh heck yes, sweet. So I opened it, and I in my head I thought because it's like kind of an important card, I thought I put it on my like shelf or stored it where I would put like my mail day stuff. And I think what I did was getting sidetracked. Came down from my office back into the kitchen where I opened the card and was like, oh, okay, well, I already put that card away, so let's get this out of here. And then like I woke, and Tuesday morning, like I'm hearing the trash guys. But even before that, it was like Monday night. The Lotus was just sitting in the trash can in the kitchen. And I'm like, man, I should really take this trash out. It's kind of full and trash is coming tomorrow, but no, I don't really feel like it. And I didn't. I went to bed. I woke up. I heard the like trash guy outside, and I was thinking in my head, like, wouldn't it be crazy if like that Lotus was in there? And then I was like, wait a minute, and I just can't. I just shit you not about it. I like realized I don't think so I ran to my shelf. It's not there. I like root through the trash because I was just running through my head whether or not I took out the trash bag into our like cans out back. And there and behold, like was the unlimited Lotus, like between, like some trash, like banana peels and like coffee grinds. There was this Lotus in its plastic
oh my god,
the little pennies, you know what I mean? Like those plastic sleeves, the little somewhat thicker plastic. Yeah, I had a panic attack. I was gonna like run out there and chase down that truck and do whatever it takes to get them to stop.
Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't understand, but I do have to give an update too on the last week. We mentioned or last episode we were talking about what was it? Was a set of volcanics that was missing in the mail.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna take credit because after hearing our podcast, the guy that was supposed to receive it proceeded to walk around the neighborhood, and he went to all the neighboring streets, and it was the right address but the wrong street. So he did actually get his play set of unlimited volcanics.
Oh my god.
So I feel like we take credit for that. Why not? But
All
and
us.
the crazy thing was FedEx then proceeded to send a notice that they had found it, and after he had them in his hands, they said they found it and reshipped it, and so they were just straight screwing him.
Wow.
Yeah,
Maybe 4 more will come.
yeah.
Yo.
You can hope, man. You can hope 4 more show up.
That's a ramble, but that happened to me when I was getting something from overseas, and it was like UPS, and it was, the trackings basically indicated it was lost at their facility. And you would call, and they'd just say, "Oh, yeah, we're still looking for it. It's here," or then one time they'd say, "Oh, yeah, actually, we did find it behind the desk. It's on its way," and it's all just BS. Like it never showed up.
They just want to get off the phone and just make up
Yeah,
something.
yeah, it's like, I'm looking at it right here. It's like, okay, I'm not sure.
Why did COVID make the mail so bad? It's been I don't understand how a disease or flu or whatever made COVID so bad. It is so weird to me.
Yeah, it wrecked it. Hey, I got one other dumb, non-magic related story. Did Patrick freeze?
He is very frozen.
No, I'm here. I'm just
Okay.
contemplating.
So sorry, this is similar. Doing dumb things. So I got a little tractor and it's got a little bucket on the front, and I was out cutting trees and had a big bonfire going the other night. I guess it was Friday night. I was tired, and I put the chainsaws in the bucket and I'm watching the fire burn, and I'm like, I should probably push some dirt around over there, maybe make sure the fire doesn't spread. I do that, sit back, look around, like I should load those chainsaws. I'm like, oh shit, they're both in the fire. So I literally dumped 2 chainsaws into a fire pit. And
Nice.
so I leap off the tractor and I grab them, like the handles are melting. There's like hot embers on the gas tank. And I'm like shaking them off. One of them I literally bought the weekend before. And one still works. The other one, the trigger's like melted shut. So I have to literally get a new
Awful.
trigger out. But they're both good. I saved them somehow. But I'm just sitting there like, no, you didn't just did. You did, and I'm like, no. Leap off, like reaching into a fire and pulling out hot chains. Oh, they look very Freddy Krueger like. They're kind of cool.
What's that card you said you just played? Immolation? +2, -2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
All right, well, let's get into tonight's topic. So, being a blue player, you and I don't know. I realized I don't play this as much as I'd like to, but I always brew them, and I
Yep.
love
There
Stasis,
it is.
and
Stasis.
Patrick's the man to play it. So you've played it way more than I have. You get props for that, and you're always close, but not quite.
Yeah,
So
it's
we
always
haven't
knocking
quite
on the door,
cracked
but
the
out of it.
perfect combination, but
Yeah, it's I played it there was an online NoobCon a couple years ago. I think I played it there, and I played it at the Eternal Weekend before the pandemic hit, and played it for some derbies. So it's been a lot of fun. Well, what as you would call fun with Stasis.
oh yeah. Let's see here. All right, well, where did you want to? You were going to talk about what was it called?
Oh, the
Stasis
Black
Winner or
Summer.
something like
Yeah,
that.
Stasis
Give us a
Winner.
little history lesson, man. History.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay, so this card was in alpha, and actually, fun fact, who's the author? Is it Faye Jones is Richard Garfield's aunt, and she's an actual professional artist, and she did this one to help out her nephew with the first print run, but it's the only illustration she ever did. But I think when it came out, no one really paid much attention to it, and it got in some decks. I mean, I wouldn't say that because I think it was even in who's the guy that won the first national Magic card tournament? It might have been in his deck.
You're going deep. I don't know on that one.
Yeah.
I think I have a picture of it, but it might have been in there just as a win con where if you have a Sarah Angel or something, you can freeze. But I guess we should probably talk about what it does. But so for 1 blue, with a cumulative upkeep, blue and a colorless, nothing untaps, and you have to pay a cumulative upkeep. So why would I even play this? Well, I guess if you can freeze the board state, you could win with something like a Black Vice, or you could keep attacking with a Sarah Angel. that doesn't tap to attack, or one of my favorites, the Leviathan, which you have to pay to untap. So you could swing with that if you wanted to get really out there. But overall, yeah, it's a fun card. It's probably been one of the most infamous cards around there. I think just from the sheer reactions from people sometimes when you just drop a stasis on the board and freeze everything up.
Trying to see if I can find this picture. I have one called Typical I was watching you play Stasis, and just the guy's face is he's just hating
Oh
life.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was a
it was
good
such a
one.
green. I don't know where that's at. I'll
Oh,
be
there
looking
it
here
is.
for a minute, but
Yeah, so Zach Dolan's 1994 deck. It was in the Magic the Gathering World Championship deck, and there was only, I think he only had one of these, if I remember.
you can share the screen if you got it pulled up there.
Oh, he had two Stasis. Yeah, actually, there's this. If you've ever been on the Mana Drain, there was something back in 2002 where I get a lot of. It's like every card and Stasis. Um, I'll share the link.
Patrick, is Stasis your favorite card?
I'd say so. It's not. Listen, it's not like totally enjoyable to play, but I think what I would say about Stasis is it's an extremely that's
Yo,
That is
big face, amazing.
Eddie
you got in this
Vaquero, he's
card? Look
just
at that.
hating life.
Oh man,
I was watching this match. It went on for so long, and he won. You played the Leviathan, like used all of your islands. I forget how he like kept. I don't know. It was an insane match. It was actually really good. But yeah, I just love the typical Stasis play right there. Just hating
yeah.
everything about his life and the decisions he's made to get there. And he's like, this
Look
is
at
fun.
That graveyard's nuts, dude. And his land, 13 land out. This dude's got 13 forest, and he's got like 3 living land, a tsunami, Titania song, and like 3 drop of honeys in his graveyard. I'm so confused what deck.
It was an amazing game because Patrick got up to like 16 islands and then played Leviathan and started attacking and sacking. And I don't remember how he did it, but somehow he pulled it off. He got out of the loop. That was an insane game.
What happens.
Probably tsunami, right? He just played a tsunami against you. I see those in his graveyard.
No, he's always got the counter spell there.
You gotta have those counter spells. You know, I keep them things on me.
Dude, you have them.
But anyway, yeah, I found Stasis. I thought it was interesting. And what I would say for the old school players out there, if you play or don't play Stasis, I think it's worth giving it a shot, because just like in that case, like you get this board state, you get this lockdown, but chances are it's not a total lock, and you'll have to untap everything. Your opponent gets a turn, and they'll usually just crush you. So it's extremely difficult to get going, and we can talk about the tech. But I would say, as someone who's trying to get better at playing Magic and wanting to do well in tournaments, if you can figure out Stasis, like the margins are so razor thin, you can't make any mistakes. You can't play sloppy. You have to really be trying to make sure that you're doing the right thing for what your opponent can do, or anticipating what they might do. And I thought, just in general, if you're playing with a little bit of a handicap, because let's be honest, like Stasis isn't a tier 1 deck. It's not going to take down like a huge tournament. I think and I could be wrong. Like I'd love to be proven wrong, but it's just so difficult and so dependent on a lot of things to get going. But if you're looking to try to improve, you definitely need to give Stasis some serious play and give that a shot, just to figure out how it works. And what to do against other decks.
Let me pull up. This is your. It looks like a Winter Derby. You said you went 4-4 with this.
Yeah, that's
this
good.
was
those time vaults. Yeah, Kismet.
Yeah. So you went Kismet on this one. Kismet, 1 time vault, 4 Howling Mine. Howling Mine's like a must, right?
Yeah, that's the whole point. The whole deck is nothing without Howling Mines. Yeah, that's the key. I guess so. The key cards in this would be obviously lots of islands. You have your 4 Stasis, a bunch of counter spells. You have to have Kismet, which is an enchantment, 1 white, 3 colorless, that all your opponent's lands, artifacts, and creatures come into play tapped, right? So I think that's you gotta have Kismet, the usual.
That's for the hard lock. Yeah, if you're gonna do the hard lock, you gotta have Kismet Stasis, right?
Yep. And I think and time vaults are great if you can do that, because one cool trick with Stasis is if you have a time vault tapped and it comes your turn, and instead of paying the upkeep for Stasis, you just untap the time vault and basically kicks it back to your opponent, and you got a free turn. So when it comes back and you can't pay the upkeep, or you choose not to, you can let Stasis go, use your time vault turn, and then you get the free turn versus not paying the upkeep and then your opponent getting to untap first. So yeah, time vault's awesome with that. And like, mirror universe. And I think if you were going to play in a time tournament, the true for the Stasis purists out there, the true win con is the Felden's Cane, where you just basically pull that thing. Yeah, that's for the sadists out there.
Yeah, you got to be a certain kind of person, and
you really do. So obviously, a Felden's Cane, you reshuffle your graveyard into your library, and basically you just deck the opponent. Yeah, what you're showing now is like swords and Wrath of Gods and Sarah Angels. I tried to splash white. I'll get into what I think maybe is optimal, but I really like the mono blue Stasis. But you can definitely drop white.
No Kismet, right? And I'm kind of in that field, but I don't know. Without it, you do give your opponent a chance, but I don't know. It's a lot of slots go into that Kismet that could be counter spells or other things to just stop them.
That's what I was thinking.
You always got boomerang. I love boomerangs. So good.
Boomerang's a must. Yeah, you got to keep those blue open. That's another one where boomerang. So I would say the core cards for Stasis, the absolute core would be the Howling Mines, Stasis, and boomerangs, and then of course counter spells. You need the boomerangs to be able to just bounce Stasis on your opponent's end step or at the end of their turn, so that you get to untap and they still stay tapped. So that's why you always usually want to, when you're looking at the mountains, I'm sorry, looking at your islands, make sure you have a couple untapped. The more the merrier. And the point of Howling Mines is that you basically are drawing 2 or 3 cards at a time. You get an island to use your upkeep, and then you get another card. So that's what the Howling Mine does, and it helps you get your combo faster, because the true combo lock is with Stasis, the Howling Mines, and boomerangs. And of course, the power sinks are great counter spells to drop. So if you say your opponent's playing an aggro deck, they get super greedy, you want to drop that like Serendib Djinn or Singer down and crush you next turn, they tap out. I mean, you power sink it if you can, and they're all their stuff's tapped, and then you drop Stasis on your next turn. But I've had some crash and burns with that, where they counter it, and then it's like, or blue blast something, blue blast that, power sink, and then you're sunk.
Well, I've played against you enough to know that you just sort of wait it out, and until so that's the thing. It gives your opponent a lot of time to get the perfect hand. All you need is that one window. You just got like 3 counter spells ready to go or something. Like you just start holding the perfect hand. Eventually, you're gonna slip up and get one shot. You got one shot. If you don't make it work, you're not Eminem. You're just a loser.
It's like usually, say something happens where if you don't have the right cards for what happens early, you're just done. Yeah, this is from this is a good, like, I like this one too. I took a snapshot of this. I think he played it in a tournament. Alon, this is what he was using, and I think this is a pretty good thing with those resets are fun, and the tabernacles, of course, are great. But
Tabernacle,
yeah. You get greedy with a lot of creatures, and then you drop that, just wipes the board of all the creatures. Basically, they can't pay the upkeep because they're tapped out.
I was just about to ask about reset. I used to like that card. I'm not sure. I mean, you're always tight for spots, but yeah, I do love the reset to just untap all your lands on your opponent's turn, and you don't have to even. I guess it's a little cheaper than boomerang in your Stasis, so you don't have to pay the 2 on your next turn. You pay 1. Theoretically, it's more efficient.
Yeah, I think if you're playing like 1 point, it's always the ones you want to put in, but then it's always one of the first ones out. Same thing with Twiddles. I think those would be fun, because obviously you got the Twiddle Vault thing where you can untap your time vault, but that just in turn helps you get more turns to get your combo set up. I think that's worthy of consideration.
What was your record on this deck? This deck seems a lot.
This one wasn't mine. Yeah, this was somebody else's.
I think, I mean, you went 4-4 with this one. I think you went 4-4 with the other one,
Yeah,
too.
it's
you were
usually like a
showing.
500 kind of deck. 4-4, yeah.
Patrick, I would say
3 and 5.
the deck prior to this one with the 4 Sarah Angel and the 4 Black Vice. This one you've probably dropped some people, right? Like pretty quickly. I feel like this deck can like win fast. Even like this deck is just aggressive with the Black Vice and the 4 Sarah.
Yeah, I think if you wanted to do, especially if you're in like a time match, like this one was this was the 2019 Eternal Weekend.
Yeah.
So, you have 50 minutes and you're like, okay, you can't really do your Felden's Cane thing because maybe you'll get one game in. I mean, if you want to, that's fine. But if you really want to get some sort of resolution fast, that's a time twister.
Twister, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
time twister.
Yep, you're looking. So if you really want to get it done fast, then I think you need some Vice in there. And certainly the Sarahs are great. You notice I put in the Spirit Links. I think that's getting a little too cute. Probably could have used some more counter spells or something.
Yeah, this feels a bit cute, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
When I played Stasis, I was always just about to stabilize that bit like 3 life and then get that one freaking
Right.
bolt or
That's
whatever.
usually how it is.
Yeah, it's like when you're finally there, you've used your 20 life. So I don't know. It's not. I think you're on the right page there, but I noticed no strip mines. So
Yeah.
No,
it's
just
like
takes up an
you're not
island
scared
slot.
of factories. You're not scared. It's like the one deck that doesn't auto include
That's a good
factories
point.
and strip mines.
No, you don't though, because you need the blue first off, and two, like a factory can only attack you once if it's tapped, so
Yeah.
it doesn't untap. So and strip mine, like again, they can only use a library once if it's tapped and in the stasis lock. So you just have to like do this combo. I think that's something that it's certainly a prison deck, but you play it absolutely aggressively. It's almost like you just keep doing your thing while your opponent throws everything at you. You try not to die before you can set your combo up, and then you try to do it and win. There's really not much else. It's full speed ahead. So in a way, you're playing this aggressively, trying to get your combo up, but it doesn't. So that's what I mean by you just are full speed ahead, howling mines, trying to get stasis going. This was probably the one I had the most fun with. Yeah, it's got the 4 twiddles and 3 time vaults, 4
Two
howling
tabernacle.
mines. Yeah.
Yeah, real
God.
budget
What the
deck.
hell?
Yeah, I was not letting people have fun. Is there a Brain Geyser? Yep, Brain Geyser is another good win con. If you can like untap and then brain towards the end of the game, Brain Geyser or somebody for 10 or something. And of course, Kismet's in there, and a balance. Balance is a must-have.
Yeah, because that's just when you think you're ahead, you finally balance it away, and then just all right, have a turn. Yeah.
Do you have any alpha stasis, Patrick?
I had a few. Yeah, I traded them all in though.
Patrick's kind of like our alpha. He's got the sweetest collection, dude. Out of our
I don't know.
players.
He cycles it. He's just
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sold most of the alpha because I just wanted to get like convert. You see the CE. I wanted to get unlimited power and get a stuff. So that's what I traded in some of that stuff.
I love just playing against you because like, dude, like when you play against everyone in our group, we all have clipped CE, so it just is a little bit cheesy. It's like, well, yeah, like I know you don't have an Alpha Lotus, but playing against Patrick's like it's all white border unlimited. You're like, all right, this dude
Love
actually has
unlimited.
like this dude has magic cards. We have like fake magic cards.
No, it's all good. I just love the aesthetics. I love the deep colors. I like the beveled edges of the unlimited stuff. It just is nice. I mean, it can't all be beta, right? But yeah, I do like that. It looks cool.
Great.
I didn't really like that until the webcam stuff. It looks really cool on webcams. Like just the white borders and getting to see the cards. It's just an aesthetic. But I do like the beta islands for sure. They're my favorite.
On webcams, can you tell like a difference between like beta or alpha compared to even like foreign black border? Like if it was like you might have like a Italian card.
I could probably pick out an FBB, but to be honest, it's kind of funny because it's like you're sitting in the pandemic playing Magic cards, and I don't know, the deck pimpness is something. So like you couldn't really tell if someone's playing CE or beta or out, but it's like if you know unlimited, it looks cool. So it just kind of stuck out at me. I was just like, I like unlimited now.
Yeah, dude, it's a Skype games unlimited is kind of the hype. Okay, that's cool to know. I never thought about that.
That's my hot take. Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
hot
no, I like that. The deck, dude, I am all about aesthetics. Oh, of course.
take. Yeah.
Of
I mean, I'm
course.
not gonna like, white out some tabernacle edges just to go all in on
What the fuck?
it.
Oh, you
but
should.
yeah, I
They're
should.
Everywhere.
Got the
They
skull
started reprinting
altar.
those things. I got one in the pack the other day.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
How much money do you have to spend to like get one in a pack? Like 10 grand.
Yeah, what's the
No,
cost of a
I
tabernacle nowadays?
spent $300,000 to get a tabernacle. Actually,
There's no opening. There's so many packs to get the new packs to get
took that
one.
many to get one
You have to have like
tabernacle.
carpal tunnel surgery after that, probably.
You know what was the truth though is tabernacle went up in price because of all this because like it got on everyone's radar and if you're like the cool dude with the awesome commander deck you need that and
Yeah.
it actually made freaking tabernacle go up. I tracked it for a while on eBay because I was hoping the price would come down. I'm like maybe 3, 4, 5 will hit the market and it'll just drop down. No, they're like everybody's like $4,000 now and it's.
You have one, right?
I
You
have
one.
one, but yeah, I'm with you. Like,
Mm.
there's so much you can do with like 2 or honestly 3 is a whole. It's like a game changer. It's like you can build a deck around it, but it's
I've
just
tried
too
3
freaking
before.
much.
Yeah, you can do it's nice, but if you see 2 in your opening hand, you're just like, son of a. That's the
Yeah,
worst part. But yeah,
and
you're
then
right.
if you're the guy that proxies them on like a planes, you're like a dick. You're like, oh, this asshole just freaking proxied a planes and made it a tabernacle. What an asshole. So yeah, there's really no winning. You just have to get them, I guess. I don't know. What were you doing here, man? This thing has no. All
Oh,
right,
this is
so
the
this
most
is
fun.
this is a different
My
twist.
mono
You got
blue one. Yeah,
yeah,
I
this
think
is
this is
mono
where
blue
I.
with all the moxin, and
Yep,
you got
about
transmute. How did this thing do?
18 islands. Yeah, this one's cool. So this is probably my favorite stasis build. The sideboard though needs a little work, but we can talk about that. Yeah, with this one, there is. So what do we have here? How many islands? 1, 2, 3,
I'll just say while he's counting those.
16 islands. Yeah.
I've played against this deck. This deck's really awesome, man.
I think for the real stasis OGs, mono blue's the way to go. The reason why, and it has all the Moxen, Lotus, Tabby, Soul Ring, 4 Black Vice, Recall, Ancestral. It has the power. It has 2 Time Vaults, a Brain Geyser, Time Twister. Then your Stasis combo of the Stasis, Howling Mine, Boomerang. Got 4 counters, 3 Power Sinks, Mana Drain.
You got
Gotta
one
get that
reset.
Chaos Orb. Yeah, 1 reset. You just can't quit on it. And then 2 transmutes, so that maybe mid game or later you can either grab trade a Mox for a Howling Mine or a Black Vice. But the idea here is you're all in on the either jacking the person with a Brain Geyser or even the Howling Mine, honestly, because if you realize that they draw 2 first, so they're already a card ahead of you, and if you drop another one, then they drew an extra 2 cards versus you, assuming everything else is equal. It's important to keep count if that's your win con. But otherwise, with this is what I played for Noob Com. It was 4 Black Vice. I thought would do it. I don't remember how I did. Probably not well, you know.
I
But
feel like I'd cut the Hercules for a time vault. Am I
oh
crazy?
yeah, there's a Hercules in there too.
I don't know what you're doing with Hercules. I mean, if you Hercules off-color moxin, that's not going to help you out much, or soul rings.
It's a little bit more adaptable. Like one, certainly if you got a vice and someone has all this power out,
Yeah.
you just did 5 damage or something. But also too, if someone's trying to like energy flux or shatter storm or just target one of the artifacts that you need, like maybe it's your only howling mine that you have and it's out, and you don't have a backup, you just counter it. Something to think about.
Interesting. All right.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think you'd go. I don't think I'd probably pull that one too.
Yeah, I'm a
6
big
Black
fan of
Vice.
Time Vault, man. Time Vault seems like the trick, and it's hard to find spots
It's
for 'em.
fun.
Well, so this is what I played my
That's right.
2022 Winter Derby. So I went deep on technology. I've talked about this a little bit on the podcast before, but I had Rasputin with candelabras. So under stasis, Rasputin continues to generate mana, right? So
Okay.
every turn, if he's untapped, you get an extra one. And then you just drop a candelabra, untap 7 islands. Keep going. Now you got 7 more turns to hit another candelabra or a
Yeah.
boomerang. Easy, right? I mean, once you got
That's a
that
good point,
lockdown,
I like
if you
it.
get Stasis and Rasputin, it's pretty much game. And it was every time, but it's hard to do that because he freaking costs 6. I don't know. I should have probably had a better sideboard maybe than going to shops, after game 1. No one saw it coming, which was fun, and it did give me some wins. But I feel like there's something here. I don't know. I love the fact that Rasputin just keeps ticking up. You're locked down, your game's out, but he's good for a mana every turn. And as you draw another Howling Mine, another Black Vice, you can just pull mana off Rasputin.
You have those. Well, I was gonna say, what about Obelisk of Undoing for? Don't you have that one card that like the activation costs are reduced?
No, that's a bit much. No.
Okay.
Return a permanent to your hand for 6. No, I don't have that one.
That's actually the whole reason I was like, I'll join this podcast. Can we talk about that Obelisk real quick?
Let's go on doing. I'm in. Like
So,
I need.
If you have, it's like a 1 mana card, and you pay 6 to return a non-land permanent to your hand.
I don't think it's 1 mana. I think it is 1 mana.
It costs
it is.
1 to, but it costs
It's like
6 to
1 mana.
activate. This is the whole dude. This is a stasis card, right? Because you can
Yeah,
bounce
it is.
stasis to your hand.
For only 8 every turn. You could get 8 mana.
So I wanted to get Patrick, this guy who plays stasis all the time. I've never played stasis before. Is that a like kind of cool stasis card? I was like, I can't believe you guys said this card.
Yeah, I just don't think you're ever gonna get that 6. That's the tough part.
Yeah. Okay. But man, that is
Yeah.
a cool ass card that no one's rocking.
Well, and there's other options too with it for the aggro folks out there who are like, nah, man, I play creatures all day long. You have Zephyr Falcon and the Ocean Soldiers.
Dude.
Get those guys going. Get some unstable mutations in there. You have yourself a aggro stasis deck.
I do like Rasputin with the Obelisk, maybe, and
yeah, I mean, he buys you a little time, but you're gonna take. He comes out with 7. You're gonna spend 6 to pick what up? Stasis back up.
So Vigilance is cool. So there is obviously the old school combo, probably like the very first alpha combo is like Instill Energy with a Birds of Paradise.
That's the old school one, yeah, for sure. Instill Energy, Birds of Paradise, yeah.
So you put that on, then you have the blue to pay every turn, and then you also could do there. It's a 1 red card called Eternal Champion that gives a card Vigilance. Yeah, Eternal Warrior. My bad.
Eternal Warrior.
So you could put that on anything.
Chronicles of those when I was a kid.
If you ever want to speedrun Chandelar, you get that card and a Shivan Dragon, and those are the only cards you put in your deck. So then, like, you start out the game with like Shivan Dragon out, and then you put that on there, and you just win the game real fast. It's the speedrunning Chandelar card. Have you guys ever seen Eternal Warrior in any deck?
It might have been in my first deck when I, back when we were 9 years old.
I should
you had the 100-card deck of all your cards. Yeah, it was probably in mine.
You think this will give me some street cred at Thrash Bash if I throw one of these in there?
Dude, it's a badass. Like, dude, that samurai, he's eternal. Like, try it, dude. Try me. I'm eternal.
Is that better than Immolation +2/-2? No. You just put that on a freaking 6/3.
No,
what are you gonna do about it?
Just catching your own card on fire so he deals more damage is so cool. It's like literally like a Molotov cocktail. Yeah. Immolation's way cool.
I feel like if I put this on a ball of lightning, someone should buy me a drink.
What the hell? Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do this.
What's that like? There's like a new card that just like says like it's like an hourglass or something. End the turn, right? Like end the turn with the ball lightning with Vigilance.
Yeah, now we're deep into some weird format I'll never play.
Why hasn't somebody put? Now I think this is the combo: Obelisk of Undoing, Ball Lightning, and Eternal Warrior. Why have we not seen this before?
Yeah, it only costs you what? Well, you have to twiddle the obelisk so you can
get like 10 mana.
Eternal Warrior back.
Yeah.
I do like ball lightning with the obelisk. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Like
it only costs 9, and you just
Only
keep
costs
hitting
9,
them.
but every turn you think it's coming and it doesn't. Oh, that'd be great. That's
Yeah,
a good
man, you
idea.
do 6 damage every turn for 4 turns. I mean, why have that? Why you could pay 9? Why would you pay something like
shops
7
just
for a
allowed you to
fireball?
activate.
You know, that's stupid.
I
Get
don't know.
it?
I don't know why.
Obelisk of Undoing.
Eternal Warrior Granite Gargoyle is a sick ass combo. That's a sick deck.
Don't you just pump up his like toughness,
because like
right?
you let him like attack, and then like you can also have this like big defender. Because like if Granite Gargoyle had vigilance, man, what a good card, right?
That's why people listen to this podcast. Granite Gargoyle.
I don't play Stasis,
vigilance.
people. I don't fucking play Stasis.
I think you need Eternal Warrior plus like a Wall of Swords, and then be like, it's because I'm crazy. And you know, what are you gonna do if someone puts an Eternal Warrior on their like wall?
I think if you're playing like big creature, if you're playing Force of Nature, and you just play Eternal Warrior in your deck, like that's pretty fucking nasty, dude. Like I have an 8/8 vigilance.
You could just use Mazavith too.
Yeah, okay, Mazavith is so much better. But dude, like, but here, I don't know if you heard me. I was talking about a green card and a red card. So that means that Enchantress is in your deck.
Oh yes.
Did you forget that Eternal Warrior is an enchantment? And so is Stasis. And so is Stasis. Has there been? Have you ever played?
Brian, you tried
Enchantress didn't tap.
Stasis thing.
Is there anything you can do with like Enchantress, Fast Bond, and Stasis to like draw more islands? If only Enchantress was in double green, right?
Double blue, you mean? Yeah.
No, Enchantress is
blue.
Enchantress is double green. What the hell?
Double green.
No, I thought you said if she was only double blue. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yo, that would be super cool. All the blue enchantments are so much better. But like Fast Bond, do you play Fast Bond ever in Stasis with like Howling Mines or anything?
No, I tried the Instill Energy thing, but I just like the blue.
Yeah. See, so I came into this podcast not ever wanting to play Stasis, but I do play X4 Sarah Angel in a lot of decks. So when I saw that is kind of cool. Like
sprinkle that Stasis in there.
Sprinkle it in, dude. Yeah, I'm kind of into that. And maybe an Eternal Warrior on like a Serendib Djinn or something. Now we're talking, okay?
I tried going hard. This is my last.
This is a lot here. This is a lot.
This is a lot. I played this in one of the derbies. I forget which one it was.
Yeah, you got big on Spice Files, right? You were big on Spice Files.
Yeah, back when they did Spice Files, back when it was awesome. Now somebody's too freaking busy or whatever.
Got corporate.
Yeah, corporate got too big, whatever. But anyhow, this deck was. I mean, I was trying hard to live the dream. But if you can, crazy. So my card I'm going to talk about is the Serendib Djinn, which I think is amazing. I've used that a lot. So we'll get to that in a second. But this is kind of a crossover. So if you can live the dream of juxtaposing, you give them the Serendib Djinn, then you drop a Stasis.
After you've attacked with it, right? So it's
yeah. After you attack, and then, or if you got Mazavith out to stop it the first time or whatever. And even if you take a hit, maybe you don't have the cop blue out to stop it, and you just lock them down. And meanwhile, they're sacking every land they had. One land a turn, they're just sacking lands, and they can't do anything about it. And
Serendib Djinn and Stasis.
Yeah, because he's the biggest creature I got next to Trikes, or you get rid of them if you don't need them. But yeah, you give the biggest creature, you trade their creature for your Djinn. First swing, they come in, they hit whatever you got. You got some dumb, you got their Zephyr Falcon, you bring it over, you block, it dies. Okay, guess what? Next turn, Stasis. And they just sit there and you proceed to sack every land they have until they're out of planes, they're eating islands, they're taking 3 points, and then you boomerang the Stasis back to your hand. So that was my sideboard option, was to either go like harder on Stasis. So I had Sarah's Black Vice, Highly Mine, and I had the full Stasis package sideboard. So that was my backup plan.
Yeah.
I really liked this deck, man. It was a lot of fun to play against. It was a lot of fun to just kind of see being played. It was just super out there. And this deck actually had potential to win just
Very
because,
creative.
I think this deck is like one of those decks when if you can get spicy with cards like Serendib, Freeze, not so much the Djinn, and Triskelion, you can win a lot of decks. So that's a little bit of like encouragement to anyone trying to get spicy. Add those to your spicy decks. This deck was really cool to play against. I played against this deck. You and me, I feel like this was like a slow week at work when you had built this deck because I played against this a lot.
Yeah, we probably had some time. That was before things got like they are today.
Yeah, things are busy now at work, so we're not playing as much Magic. But back in the day, boys, this deck was really cool, really good.
So I've been a long time fan of the Serendib Djinn. I mean, he's a freaking 5'6" Mack truck. So let me see. This is my next deck. I found 5. I just went through my like deck photos and found 5 different Serendib Djinn lists I had.
I like that. I like the Mahamodis. They're probably one of my favorites, man. They're just big guys.
Yeah, Mahamodi. Well, he's big right now. Mahamodi's having his day.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, that's
Oh
right.
yeah, because
Yeah.
they did
Put
pretty
them in the
good in a
deck
couple
instead.
of
Just
what was it?
flyers.
Summer Derby. They like took down the Summer Derby a couple of times or whatever. So
Yeah. Nice.
Mahamodi, this is way before people were doing that shit. So again, juxtapose. I love to juxtapose this with Maze of Ith out. It's a good time. Let's see, where did this token come from?
Do they have to have a creature for juxtapose to work, right? You
Yeah, you
can't
gotta
just
have a
take
creature and an artifact. So
Oh, that's right.
yes, I have one bottle of Suleiman to make a Suleiman token occasionally.
Oh yeah, nice.
It's fun to give them the bottle and then see how they do. Yeah.
That's great.
Good luck. Flip a coin. Sorry, you're at 5.
That's great.
Yeah.
But you play one Berserk in there, dude. Berserks. Let's talk about
Berserk's
that.
where it's at. So this is honestly a little closer to what I love to do right
I
here.
love the doppelgangers too.
For
Going to like
Berserk,
all the blue comments.
yeah, for Berserk, Diamond Valley, and so if you can double Berserk, a Serendib, that's 20.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a quick win. That's ridiculous. And it's even fun, like with Diamond Valley, I should talk a whole night about freaking Old Man of the Sea. I love him. I've done more bizarre shit with that card. And if you, I did throw a Puppet Master.
Nah.
Yeah, I had a Puppet Master in here. So after you berserked, you get it back with the Puppet Master.
So I played you. I'm gonna say that I played this exact deck, 15 times. In 15 games, Puppet Master one time was like the most badass card I ever seen.
One time ever.
So if you're willing to hold it, dude.
Oh, it's such a rough card.
Dude, but when it balls, dude. Ball with the ball, queue it up, have Kid Rock ready, dude. As soon as you get Puppet Master online, ready to rock, it goes, dude. Man, after 15 games, you showed me the power of that card.
There was a little bit of like this combo here is pretty good. If you can get a Vasuba Doppelganger to come in as a Triskelion, it gets +3 counters. Next turn, you copy Old Man of the Sea. Now Old Man's a 5/6, and you can take any 5 casting cost creature, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, Vesuvian and Doppelganger will keep any of the +1 counters. So if you have like Clockwork Beast,
Ooh, that's cool.
Yes, you can make any
ideally,
creature.
You come down with a Clockwork Beast turn 1, the first turn, not turn 1, but see if you can copy a Clockwork Beast, get 7 +1 counters, then become an Old Man of the Sea that's got 9 +1 counters. You can take anything that's ever existed in old school, which is pretty cool. Let's see, this deck and I think also the next one are both my Circle of Protection blue decks, which I've had good things. I actually did pretty well with these.
Sleight of Mind. That's always fun.
Yeah, and
Had some fun with
they're
Slight
good
Knights for a
cards.
period there.
And on being able to slight knights, slight your circle of protections, that's really good. And then since you're starting with cop blues, you're probably gonna have one, maybe two. Which even when you start sacking an island or whatever to him, you're saving that 3 damage. But what's great is just like they try to like bolt your order, and you're just like, oh, I mean, he's pro red. You know what? And, you know, the rest of the game, yeah, this dude's gonna wreck your face, which is pretty cool. So I like this deck. I should probably revisit it a little bit, maybe.
This deck caught on, man. You had, I think, maybe a couple, at least 3 people had messaged
Yeah, I had
you.
like multiple people actually made a better sideboard than what I had, like a real sideboard, and actually did well with it. So this is probably a legitimate deck. Like Cop Blue, Psyblast, all the Djinns, the Serendibs.
Did this deck play land tax? I'm not seeing it.
No, I think the previous one
That
had
was-
land.
yeah,
This
so
one
that was
had
kinda-
this had land tax with Bazaar,
Yeah.
which I feel like there's some opportunity to explore that space too.
You had one of the guys kind of mention to you that, you know, he had put that land tax Bazaar circle protection blue deck, kind of like mixed it all together, and that was a pretty cool, strong deck. It's probably format warping. Beat any deck, right? I mean,
Beat any deck ever. I don't know. I mean, honestly,
it wasn't.
land tax and Bazaar is pretty good. If you can,
That is.
if you can stay under that and you get your 3 lands and then just discard 2 of those or discard those 3 lands and draw 2 more cards, that's really a good combo.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
see
playing
anyone
a lot
really
of
taking advantage of that.
basics that are outside of Island with Serendib Djinn, right?
Yeah, probably a mono white deck. You play mono white, Bazaar, land tax.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Damn, man, holy crap, I'm playing mono white this weekend. That is really interesting.
Yeah, why don't you can retake that deck photo, sweet as it was.
I can't
You're
because
making me retake mine.
I'm playing how many? What, like 9 6-drops? I don't think I have any time to play Bazaar Baghdad in there.
You're going mono white all the
Yeah.
way, white weenie, or are you building up with Sarah's, or what do you got going on?
Oh man, so yeah,
It's still too much stack. We gotta play this.
Yeah,
weekend.
okay.
Yeah,
so
Maybe next week.
it's in the
listen to the next pod, man.
yeah, I'll put the next photo in there, but it's definitely a personal incarnation deck with like Taunos Coffin.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very holy, dude. Yeah, it looks yeah, you looked at the deck photo, you said it didn't count as going to church this week. It's
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
sir.
yeah,
Dude.
That's right.
This-
It counted as going to church.
I did
That's
just cut.
okay.
It's that holy. I did just cut holy light out of the sideboard. It was just hard to do because I'm pretty sure I know that there's going to be a lot of aggro decks at this event. I've talked to a few people, but I don't know. Wrath of God's just as good. Costs 1 more mana.
Wrath of God's a pretty damn effective meta card. All right, I'm gonna run to the restroom. Patrick, talk about what's the perfect Stasis deck. What do you think after all the testing and everything you've done?
I like the
Yeah.
mono blue.
The
I
mono
like the
blue.
mono blue with some time vaults, bunch of counter spells.
How do you improve upon this? Do you get rid of those mana shorts?
Yeah, man, I love those mana shorts.
I like
That's
those.
tough.
You
I
sideboarded
need
those
some
with
help
me.
with the board for sure. The board needs help. And I think just I need help because just playing against different decks and knowing what to do. I mean, we haven't talked about decks that wreck Stasis, but there's a lot out there. Or cards that wreck Stasis, like him, Don. What else wrecks Stasis? You know, like
It's
Energy
the
Flux,
player.
Don.
It's the player, man. Because like so,
Mhm.
the player against you knows to either destroy the Howling Mind or the Stasis. I don't want to give away.
Yeah, that's the trick. Is the guy who knows how to play against Stasis is going to take out the Howling Minds ASAP. Do not let those things. I mean, draw your card if you can, but get rid of those things as fast as possible. People get greedy and like, yeah, I'll take cards all day long, and it's just that's the risky play. Good call.
People get really like an anxiety attack when they can't play the cards in their hand, right? And they just start like, I got to get rid of Stasis right now. Instead, like, you have to just take a big breath. As soon as stasis comes down, take a big breath and say, okay, things just got slow as hell. So let's start thinking, let's now fast forward. Imagine myself 10 turns. Like, in 10 turns, what am I doing? That's where your mind needs to be against a stasis.
For sure. I agree.
Because if you have the removal in your hand to get rid of stasis, or even a counterspell in your hand to counterspell stasis, don't. That's my like true opinion, is like, don't counterspell stasis. Counterspell the card that's good with stasis.
Yeah,
just let that stasis fill up your hand. Figure out where you're going. Counterspell the Black Vice, right? Like, destroy the Black Vice, destroy the Howling Mine. The stasis isn't hurting you. Same thing with you. Look at this deck. This deck is naked without the stasis, right? Like, I mean, or without the Black Vice and the Howling Mine. It doesn't have a way to do anything. Just chill. Just chill.
That's words of wisdom there.
That's what I've learned as like a aggro or creature player against my boy Patrick. You play a lot of stasis. We play a Magic a decent amount, so.
Yeah, and you're a good sport with stasis. Like, it's a card in the pool, right? So if people are going to play it, just let them play it. Like, it's not worth getting all mad about, but you should know how to take it down. And I think you might like stasis. I mean, I'm not saying you, but people might like stasis more if they know what it's all about, and especially if they know how to take it down.
Yeah, I think that to make stasis more chill is to accept it, and like, when it comes into play, don't freak out, and like, don't let it slow the game down to where it is going to go to time and it's going to be this drawn out game. Instead, just accept that land pass is like your next 10 turns.
Go
and
get another beer.
Yeah, just be like, all right, let's play like, just like literally look at your opponent. Like, your opponent plays stasis, look at them and say, all right, like, let's play good and let's play quick. And let's just like see how I choose to play my shatters and disenchants from here on out. You know, like, just like start going at it and just start drawing past. Because that's stasis comes into play, and what that card says is skip your next 10 turns but draw 10 cards. How's it look? How's your hand look? And in those last 10 turns, did the Black Vice kill you? And did you not have a way to stop it and a counterspell? You just gotta really
gets all your creatures out.
You just gotta stay calm and think, like, the stasis isn't a big deal, I don't think.
Yeah, just have to be patient.
Somebody's gonna win. I don't know. We should have like a running bet, you or me, who wins first with stasis, and that'd make it more fun, like a legitimate event. I don't know, because they do these weird formats. Like, I felt like it was strong in certain thing, like certain times would come up like 1.5 or something. They cut like the biggest weaknesses or something. I don't know. It's always tough to figure out when.
I always looked in some of the tournaments. There's somebody who went like 5-2 or 5-1 in one of them, and it's good because it's just a standard stasis deck. But like I said, I think the person they played well and was able to handle the post board, which was tricky for me always, because you can usually get the first game if you want by surprising them with stasis, but then trying to get the next one of the two is going to be hard because there are things like energy flux and other stuff that just hoses it. So it definitely comes down to playing again, which is why I was trying to play it and get better in general, because it's so important when you're playing stasis to not mess up.
My dad, he's really into like switch like a sideboard of 15 cards that are.
Oh yeah, the sideboard. I was afraid to see where you're going to go with that. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, your like sideboards are
transformative sideboard.
Either,
good call.
Yeah, your sideboards suck like when they're not transformative.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
Really bad.
You just like randomly played a mind bomb in your sideboard like last year. I've never
understood. An extra mind bomb. Come on.
Yeah, with that random mind bomb hit, I was like, all right, my dad doesn't understand sideboards. But when it comes to a transformative sideboard, you do super good. And I've seen you do stasis in the sideboard because, okay, it's an enchantment. Yeah, Chaos Orb hits it. But other than that, only 2 colors in old school can kill this card. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So, as like a switching out on your sideboard.
Red, white, Chaos Orb, right?
Yeah, no, not red, white. Green, white.
Well, you can red blast, I guess.
Oh, okay, true. So Tranquility, Disenchant, Presence of the Master, and Red Blast can stop this card. So that's the only way. So I really do dig the idea. Like, so I'm playing a deck this weekend that's playing Forest Air Angel, and I should be playing blue. If I'm just like literally purposely playing this deck to play mono white for no reason. Like I just want to play monocolor. So if I was playing blue, I think that maybe I might revisit the deck I'm playing in the future and say, okay, this deck would be better with the blue power and maybe Stasis in the sideboard, honestly. Like side out these goofy cards and bring this in. And I think a lot of people could probably do this. Like a transformative Stasis sideboard might be better than it just being your full deck.
Yeah.
Especially when you play mono white and you switch to Stasis, no one see that coming.
Oh, we didn't talk about this is random.
True.
We didn't talk about Time Elemental. That's a little bit better than Obelisk of Undoing if you're playing blue.
It is,
That's a
yeah.
good,
I do love Time Elemental. I guess because I'm into this.
That card's good.
Keep trying to play Four Horsemen, but man, that's a rough one. It's not going well. But yeah, I do. I love anything that bounces stuff, and Time Elemental is pretty cool. I mean, if you can get that lock going too, that also works.
That card's badass. So what do you bounce to your hand to keep the lock going with Time Elemental?
Stasis. You just pick Stasis
Oh, it's
up.
permanent. It's not creature.
Yeah, target permanent.
It's a 0/2 creature. Yeah, it doesn't look as good with the Tabernacle out there, but
that is way better than the fucking Obelisk, though. I always thought that was a return target creature.
No, it's permanent. You can pick a permanent up. So yeah, if you got 6 mana out, now you've got returning this on their turn, 2 to play the Stasis, do it again.
That seems really strong. You don't have a lot of luck with that, Patrick, or
it's just it costs 4 and summoning sickness and everything's coming at your face by the time you're able to cast it.
Where I'm at,
your face
especially if there's creature hate, or if people have like a handful of swords that haven't been used because you don't have any creatures. That's tough.
Dude, where I'm at in old school is like let them kill this because they're afraid of Stasis, and then just be like, "How you killed that? Not the Serendib Angel or
I like this Stasis, and then just like a blue creature deck.
Yeah, dude, just like Mahamodi and Air Elemental
splashed in there. Yeah,
Ocean Seltzers and Zephyr Falcons, man.
Sometimes just Stasis is kind of a time walking
stable mutation. I'm saying that's a thing.
Yeah.
You get that 1/1 Zephyr Falcon out with an unstable mutation.
See, I'm feeling.
You switch it to theirs with enchantment alteration. Then you just hold Stasis for 3 or 4 turns while they get all the -1 counters and they die.
Dude, I think that's so good. Like honestly, Time Elemental. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the unstable enchantment alteration deck, but I do think Time Elemental, Air Elemental, Mahamodi, just like play Time Elemental and like 3 Stasis in your deck. Seems
you just have to remember not to block. Just don't block.
Yeah, it's like super bad if you block it. Like it deals like 10 damage to you or something.
5 damage to you.
Wow. Yeah, do not block with
Don't freaking block.
Holy shit. Unless like a Colossus Berserk is coming at you, do not block that shit.
This might have been.
I don't know how you could ever that might be the greatest of Magic achievement is to like block with a Time Elemental on the plus side. Because it has to have at least 7 defense over a trampler. You gotta have 8 defense to block a trampler.
A giant growth ball lightning, block that shit. I don't know. It doesn't do anything. Just take it. No, never mind. Don't block with Time Elemental.
This is also a good juxtapose, so you can kind of give this to your opponent. And if they don't have blue, then they're screwed.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I should do a juxtapose episode. I love juxtapose as well. It's a good card.
I did put a concept together for a 1.5. That was creatures in Stasis. I think I'll try to share it.
Do you have it there?
Yeah, can you see it? I think I
No, you gotta you go up to where it says share at the top.
Oh, share at the top.
It's like a little arrow pointing to this guy.
Yeah, open share tray. It says let me see.
What are you going on? I'm sure some weird shit. You don't see share?
No, I do. It's just saying it's not like the screen share. It's not letting me do it because I'm an idiot.
Well, I don't want to be here all night, so I did try to come up with a top 5. What about top 5 weird ass freaking arts for Magic cards? This is, I mean, I was going to do top 5 tattoos, and I think that Stasis is definitely one of the top 5 tattoos I would get. I don't know, maybe top 5 tattoos is even better. What else do you
Stasis
get if
tattoo.
you? Yeah, I mean, I think Stasis is an amazing tattoo because no one knows what the hell it means.
I
Any
think you
idea
got
what
to
the hell the
get.
art means?
I think you got to get a tattoo of Force Field and then Mox Jet, like the Dan Frazier art, like right on your waistline. So like below it is like maybe the guy holding up the Mox, and then above it is like the
Yeah,
Mox
you're into
Jet.
weird shit, man. I don't think I'm doing all that. I might do a
That's two
force of nature.
tattoos. That's two tattoos.
So I'm gonna say like Chaos Lace is a horrible art. That was
No,
what I
it's
was just
not.
thinking about. Like that is
All Magic cards should look like that. It looks like real Magic, dude.
it's like you punched into an AI and just said, "Give me shitty art."
That's
You
cool looking. That might be like in like the top 20 best Magic cards in my opinion.
I mean, what's going on with? I love this website. I don't know what it is, the Mana Stack, but like for whatever reason, it says this thing is like $28, and then or you get it for 35 cents on Card Kingdom. I put Black Lotus in here. It was like $3,500. I'm like, I'll buy a $3,500 Black Lotus right now, man. Like, give me that. I don't know what this website's pulling some weird data from somewhere. Yeah, Chaos Lace horrible. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on Storm World. You seen that? Let's see.
I love that art, dude.
I mean, it's kind of cool that it's pulling in all the different, the different
No, that's
colors and stuff.
actually a really cool story. I went to a comic shop that did not sell Magic cards but sold comics, and he had 4 Magic cards for sale. Yeah, this is like literally 2 years ago. And one of the 4, he had a Hymn to Torok for like $10. And he had a Storm World signed by Christopher Rush in literally mint condition for $15. So I kind of love this card. I was like, yeah, let me grab that Storm World signed by Christopher
So
Rush.
you have that? You own that?
Yeah, signed by Christopher Rush. I got it for $15. It's
Dude,
mint.
Oh my god, it's $150 in card game, apparently.
Yeah, mint, dude. And you can play that in. I guess the Stormworld deck is the Chains of Mephistopheles with Winds of
that's a tricky
Change.
one.
Yo, dude, Winds of
Yep.
Change.
Yep.
If you want to get real crazy. So yeah, I have a
Oh.
really badass Stormworld. I just have one of
Ooh, I
them.
like that. I do have. Oh man, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like, and then like you have like that in the rack, right? You just like it just dude. You could do that turn 1 off a Lotus. Like you can just melt somebody.
Yeah, that's
Dark
a good
Ritual
tattoo.
too.
Chains of Mephistopheles.
No, dude. Chains of Mephistopheles is cursed. My life actually has like increased like tenfold since I sold my Chains of Mephistopheles. If you know the story, like the old wise tale of the Mephistopheles, it was like this dude sold his soul to Mephistopheles to like be good at music or something. And like he was like chained to him and like his life just sucked forever. Dude, I don't trust that goofy looking dude. Bad card right there. I don't want that card in my
I'm
collection.
pretty sure that's Kiss right there. Right there. It was like they sold
I
their
think
soul.
you have to be like, if you can figure it out, then that's like the key, right?
If you can figure
if
it
you can
out,
actually play it,
a
figure
very
it out.
esoteric
'Cause I
Magic
can't.
card. Very esoteric, and I wouldn't recommend it for the average kind soul, dude. That card is dark, man. I got rid of that card multiple times in my life, and I buy it again, and my life sucks. And I just, dude, change them up, stop, please. Way too esoteric for me. Get rid of that card,
All
guys.
right. Well, yeah, that's not definitely in the in disgusting for bad art. I mean, it's
it's great art.
certainly amazing art because I'm kind of terrified by it.
Dude,
Oh,
I
there
feel
you
like
go. That's a
Celestial
good
Prism might be
tattoo.
the worst art ever made, right? I mean,
No,
what? Amy
that
Weber,
is not true.
please.
Celestial Prism is a great card. What are you talking about?
what the?
That card is super sick, dude.
That's like that's going on an ankle of a girl who went to spring break.
Yeah,
No.
she's hot too. Yeah, I know
This
who you're talking
card's
about.
cool, dude. This is like you are like you're looking for like you go into this weird store and they sell like old magical artifacts that like wizards had. Like it's literally like just this crystal rod with a pentagram on it. Like isn't that like
I feel like
as simple evil artifact as it gets?
every old school event should just have this card permanently in play. For 2 colors, you get mana of any color. It fixes your mana.
Yeah, dude, just like get
It should
rid of
just be
City of
like
Brass.
forever and forever. It's 0, draw a card, and then this card's in play.
City of
Right?
Brass is just like a card, but if you want, you can
But
also
it costs you
take
2 to get 1 mana of a
Yeah.
color. I mean,
They could have made
very
this
fair.
like cost 2 at least.
I
I
think
don't
it should
Or
cost
even
0
more.
like
and draw a card when you play it.
Yeah.
I like that art, dude. I think it's cool.
Amy
I think
Weber,
that card looks
anything she does is good stuff.
that card is like definitely like a magical artifact that you would find. My least favorite card of all cards with the way it looks and everything. Wow, never mind. I was gonna
Now,
say
what's going on here? You tell me. Tell me what this is. And
that's
this is
5
blue
hit.
mana battery.
Blue mana battery.
Five
What
I
is
hits.
it?
cannot, for the life of me, figure out what's going on.
5 hits of
This-
acid. It's just 5 hits of acid, dude.
This is like if Lord of the Rings had LSD on their map when they were making it. Like,
Is
the
the
big ones here, the little ones here.
That's really, really. Yeah, dude. Don't even hit me with Celestial Prism and then pull a blue mana battery because Celestial
I'm
Prism
sorry.
is sick, dude.
All right, so let's get this. But I feel like blue mana battery might be the worst. Or these are like all Elon Musk house on the moon or something, maybe. Or when he gets to Mars, he's going to Mars. Maybe this is the future. We're gonna like see a Mars shot of Elon got everyone to Mars, and this is what they built.
I think they
Ignore.
even tried to fix this card in Ice Age with like what is that? Some sort of scepter. I don't know.
The talismans.
Yeah, or something. No.
There's all 5 talismans of all the colors in Ice Age.
No, it's some sort of the scepter or something like that.
Yeah, that
Let's
artwork
see.
is pretty rough.
It's pretty bad, right? So
Yeah,
we
I've-
say, all right. So what's worse, blue mana battery or Stasis? I think Stasis is amazing. I mean, I'm not.
I like Stasis. No, I like it.
I think it's
It's
like
like
one
a-
of the most unique, original, bizarre.
I think that Stasis has a lot to do with like the satanic panic, like that. It has like a
The Satanic
ritualistic.
Panic.
Yeah, because there's like in the '90s, like people were like burning magic cards because they're like terrified of this, and they saw this
All
and
because
like, dude,
of freaking wolves eating a
yeah, this is
corn
dude,
around
this is
thing.
like some like weird ritual that people can't combat, dude. Like they can't explain this. They can explain other things, but like this right here, yeah, dude. We gotta ask some like, oh yeah, dude. This right here caused all. This is why
I mean,
Dungeons and
is this a
Dragons.
clan hood? I guess that's the real question.
No,
It's
that's
not
like it's like a clown hood or whatever.
It's like a gesture,
joke-
like a.
yeah.
It's a no, you guys, you don't
Dude,
put all
sorry.
this stuff on.
I'll
Stasis.
explain. No, never. No, it's definitely not racist. I'll explain this to you. So
Okay.
the jester in class, the jester is always told, oh, you're not doing good enough in school. You're not good enough at math. So he's like, fine, I'm not good at math. Let me take up art. And when he takes up art, they're not good at art. So he becomes a wild animal in nature, right? So he's like, it's equivalent. Like he's a jester, but at the same time, on the scale, he's also this man-eating, primal, instinctive person that's just down to freaking thrive on your blood. That's what this is.
All right, here's my take.
Okay.
You've got the weird, like, he's a white belt in karate. He's in the corner because he's wearing the dunce cap. And so he's on one side. The other side is a wolf that's been doing squats, and he's like way tougher than this dude. I'm like, all right, we're gonna balance you out. We're gonna make you each do art. And
Oh,
the wolf that does squats all day long to work on his freaking glutes and his ass, when he's blindfolded and he's sniffed, he doesn't know what the hell's going on. And then this poor simpleton over here that's wearing the dunce cap, he's equal. Boom.
yeah.
Even level. Art evened them out.
Wow.
They're from two different dimensions, two different lifestyles, but in the world of art, they're equal.
Shout out to that, dude. That's pretty cool. That's cool, dude.
All right, cool. Someone appreciates that.
Dude, if anyone plays old school and doesn't just like take time to, even people, I feel like I played Legacy and Vintage and all that, and those dudes don't care about the art. Like when you play old school, you appreciate the art. I'm not like it. Actually, that's funny. I was gonna say I'm not an art major. I actually am an art major. I just, but I'm like digital art. Okay, more computer stuff. But that's
this thing's
badass.
amazing. I feel like the stone calendar is probably telling me something. I think we're like right here too. Unfortunately, I feel like we're almost at the end of this.
Yeah, at the Omega, dude. At the Omega, that's the end, dude.
I think we're right here. We got one more, so we better enjoy ourselves.
Alpha at the start, dude. Oh no, dude.
We're gonna be this ship flying away from the planet before long.
And the artist is obviously Amy Weber. Is that who did this?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're fucked if Amy Weber's right. We're definitely at the very end.
She's truly excited.
Wait, no, I think at the very middle, right in the very middle, it's got that yellow thing, and that's Donald Trump's haircut. That's Donald Trump's haircut. So we're just one.
Oh shit! So when Trump falls over dead.
Oh shit! Then we're in the middle. So we've got.
We're still good. We're way up. According to the calendar,
another 2,000 years.
Yeah, we're good. All right, man. I'll be long dead. We're cool.
Right in the middle of Amy Weber had predicted this. We're good. And okay, so does it say anything in the flavor text about Donald Trump? I don't see it there. Wow, yeah, nothing. Okay, so we're good, guys. We got another 2,000 years to the end of the world. Don't even stress it. I mean, that is definitely his haircut.
Pass to the dark lands. We're strongest. All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna be excited to go to an actual like in-person event this weekend and see if anyone actually listens to this freaking podcast. So I feel like no one does, but then everyone does. It's a very odd place to be in because people were just randomly message stuff like, "Oh, that's not the best button, old school," or whatever. And I'm just like, "Wait, you were listening?" I don't know. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, and actually somebody had hit us up with a butt that we'd missed.
Which was that?
Was it? It's on Spell. Is it Spell Blast? That has
Spell Blast. They were trying to say Spell Blast was.
This dude is a pretty good butt in old school. This dude's glutes are just massive, dude.
It's an old one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can't.
But I pretty much said he's got the best
fair.
pubes because these are obviously his pubes flying around the side.
Wow.
Oh, went there. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's got nothing to do with his butt or his glutes or whatever. He's been taking some weird ass drugs. No one even understands. His muscles are flexed beyond belief, and his pubes are freaking 9 feet long.
See, so here's the thing. So I'm kind of into like weird, holistic medicine and all that type of weird stuff. I'm in, but no, I'm gonna go even further, dude. This dude's sunning his balls right in the very middle. I've even told my own dad to do this, dude.
He's sunning his balls. He really is.
His balls, dude.
Oh,
dude, you guys, Magic players, sun your balls, dude. Spell Blast, the artwork.
Emailed. I was talking to Brian Snotty about. I was like, I want to have like Spell Blast altered. I'd like it to be like one's altering a balance, and he's like dropping the stuff. One's altering a lightning bolt. And he responded, he's like, I don't understand what you're talking about, and I'm not painting it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I should now email him back. I'm like, all right. So the guy is sunning his balls, and the things flying out of the back are his pubes.
That's what he painted, dude. He's just butt naked in front of the sun, dude.
And he's butt naked. He's clearly not wearing clothes, right? I mean, these have to be his pubes.
Yeah.
There's no option of what's flying around his back.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
He's got a weird ass belt that exposes his ass crack, but not the rest of it. I mean, come on.
Dude, he's sunning his balls, man. He's even got does he have dreadlocks? Wow, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, these are dreads up here. These are dreads down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And here's the thing, guys. Judge me as much as you want, but dude, this dude's jacked.
He is jacked. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He drinks a lot of protein shakes and stuff, man.
This dude is just chugging raw legs and starting to.
He's got like a 6-pack on his back. Like no one has that.
Yeah, dude.
That's pretty amazing.
Man, that's pretty cool. So yeah, Patrick. So thanks for telling me.
Thanks for having
that. Thanks for telling me that Stasis is like a really unfun deck to play, dude. I will continue to never play that. Thanks, dude.
I'm pumped. I feel like I might change my deck tonight yet and still play it.
Give it a shot.
Dude. Stasis side. I feel like Stasis is pretty cool. I do like the idea of it on my sideboard with all the Sarah Angels I'm playing.
I am curious, what's an alpha Stasis cost?
A lot.
Exists.
It's a rare, so like I don't know, $2,000, right?
About 2,200, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's one for 5,200. Hey, but 2,200 is a pretty good deal. $8,000, $3,000. I feel like I would dump. Oh, unlimited one for $500.
Not sure.
It's
that.
like it's like graded 8.5. Oh, I don't know. It's a fun card, man. I don't know. We should have some kind of like running gauntlet of like who wins an event with Stasis deck first. I don't know what that is, but loser has to get a Stasis tattoo on the bottom of their foot. Or something.
Yeah, it can be done, but it's going to take some work.
It's going to take some work. It's going to take some luck, a little bribery.
That might be.
I was listening to All Things Considered, and they were talking about the WinCon over in overseas. It was like the Magic Championship, and I guess one of the guys to get into the top 8, he's like, hey, let's go outside and have a drink and a smoke, and he's like, hey man, I'll give you like 4,000 euros if you let me win. And this was to get in the top 8. Like it's not even guaranteed you're gonna win. Like 4,000, basically $4,000. And the guy didn't do it. I don't know. I think
I wouldn't
either. I think I'd probably freaking play it out. We lost Eric. All right. Well, that's all good.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know, man. That'd be a tough call. Like $4,000 to like, because this is just getting in the top 8. They just gotta win the next 4 matches. You can beat everyone else. I don't think
you can't let people pay their way to victory for no prizes. You know what I mean? Like it's just.
And the guy was like super drunk too, so he came back in and then he like dropped his cards, and he had like played 3 lightning bolts, and he like dropped his stuff and like shoved it all back together and put it back up. He tried to like lightning bolt the guy again. He's like, dude, that's like your 5th lightning bolt now. Like, no, like we saw you pick those off the floor and put them back in your hand, sir. Like, no, you can't do that. And, I'd research him. I don't really care that much, but I don't know. It's kind of fun. All right, guys. Well, that's what we call it. Maybe we might record one on the way up to Crash Bash. I got some cool stuff I'm dragging up there.
Good idea.
I don't want to spoil it here, so we'll do a Thrash Bash post-op discussion on all the goodies for that. And I think that's going to be a fun event. Are we going to do our deck contest again? Halloween's like here.
Yeah, we got to change it up somehow.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about it. I've been a little too busy starting another business and all.
Dude, today was like the busiest day of my life. Yeah, so if you guys got like a cool idea an easy way for us to have a full-on event. An easy way to do a full event. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Full event that doesn't require any of my time. That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're doing deck vote contest this year. We might have to skip it.
We might have to skip it and just say, well, we have a podcast now.
I just literally have too much going on. Yeah.
Hear that? All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Glad you're on here.
Good luck this weekend, gentlemen.
Thank you. We'll give you an update. We'll see how the thrashing goes, man.
Good deal. Take care.
Go Daggers.
That's right.
All right. All right.
Well,
call you, man. Later.
Yep. Later.
See ya.
See you.